Hey guys, I'm Junior here, aka Mustached. I'm here to review the movie The Intruder. So, we follow this couple who are moving into a new house. And they buy the new house from this man who I'll just call, for future's sake, The Intruder, because that's what he ends up being. To save you some time. So, he claims that he's going to move to Florida in a day or two, and the new couple are settling into their new home. So they have a little party. They invite their two friends. And so things are looking pretty good. He does come back from time to time to help them out a little bit, say, to do a favor, like cutting their lawn, or to help them celebrate like a holiday, like Thanksgiving or something of that nature. And as the more of these go on, the husband becomes more and more suspicious that this guy is up to something. So he's trying to convince his wife that this guy is no good and that he's not only just sneaking back into the house, he's also trying to sneak his way into her heart. And so on and so forth. The things get more and more escalated, and it turns out that he too has his own little drama with the wife, being with and then some other relationship beforehand, and dealing with that. But as they proceed to make their way, dealing with this situation, the husband first sees like, oh, this is getting really weird. I'm gonna have my friend investigate, see what's going on, while I got hospitalized, and I'm starting to think that was also the intruder guy making sure that I'm out of the picture. So the friend goes over, checks in on them from the distance where he can see them. The intruder guy says to the wife, like, oh, there's somebody watching us, I'll get him for us. Then he proceeds to chase the friend outside, gets him to like smoke, which is like his deal throughout the movie. He's like a smoker. And then once the intruder gets him far enough, sure enough, the intruder gets his first and only kill in the entire movie, killing the best friend while his either wife or girlfriend, I'm not really sure which, ends up like vanishing from the movie completely. Question mark. I'm not really sure why that character was there, if she wasn't gonna be of any consequence or any gain to any of the characters, but whatever. Anywho, so he ends up dying, and then the husband, who is hospitalized, is trying to figure out what was going on. He makes his way back. He starts to put more and more puzzle pieces together, trying to tell the wife all this. Meanwhile, the wife is finally starting to get more suspicious when Mr. Intruder Man takes a more direct approach, ending up in the house, snaking up behind her, and she's kind of getting uncomfortable. So she tells him to head out, and so he does, and then she starts to make her way up. She finds a secret entrance or exit to the house that leads up to the garage, and she sees a bed, so it all starts to click to her, like in the third act of the movie, the final part of the movie, that he was actually just living there the entire time. She also finds the dead body there, so now it's finally, after the whole being uncomfortable part, by the way, when she told him to leave, she could have called the police then and there, because she was already freaking out, so. But she didn't. She decided to go and do the dumb thing and go searching again. Which, again, she gets caught up in all that. He catches up to her and then, like, bounds and gags her just as the husband is arriving. The husband is grabbing some knife that was, like, flung around somewhere, rather. and they get into a scrap, and then the two of them work together, and eventually they hide in a location where the intruder pulls out a gun, and he's trying to gun them down, working his way around the house. He gets into the room that they are in. The husband has a bat. He swings into a instant knockout, which, he must have swung really hard for that to be the case. So yeah. And then the wife calls the police, says that the intruder got shot, and the guy has a gun, the husband has a gun, and you just hear a bang, and that's the end of the movie. I think that this is your pretty typical, not so surprising, underwhelming sort of horror movie. The intruder character, played by Dennis Quaid, his performance was okay for what he was given. I think it seems like they were trying to build him up to be like a more military-like character. And that was supposed to be like how they explained the training, how he was able to stealth around the house and whatnot. But, as far as the husband and the wife, they're pretty generic. Like, you have the one issue, pretty basic setup of doing predictable things at the dumb times and being pretty dumb for the sake of moving the movie along, and that's never a good sign. So yeah, this is your like 3 out of 10 movie here. Another garbage horror film on my catalog of horror films that I have reviewed. So, if you enjoyed this review, however, you can please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. So also make sure to check out those links in the description. One will head you over to my Discord server, the other to my Patreon page. Any donations are greatly appreciated, and until next time, everyone, bye-bye.